Hello everyone, you're watching Let's Talk About Prepping. I'm Tyler, and this is a video response to Huples Cat Emergency Preparedness Lifestyle's recent video on nuclear winter. And so for background, we're going to look at the NBC section of this U.S. Army Field Manual Compendium because it's public domain information. This may be a little bit outdated, but I think it's great starter information in case you haven't gotten into this yet. And I think it's really important to look at some of these more extreme situations that people prep for and to work on our long game. And the long game is something that Huples often pays attention to. Many prepping channels shy away from topics like pandemics and nuclear wars because aside from the surface information which is readily available, it's very difficult to research these topics and to be able to advise people on them. But Huples Cat Emergency Preparedness Lifestyles channel does not shy away from these topics, partly because he has a lot of medical background and is willing to do the research necessary to bring relevant information to his channel. This topic is one of the things that we first ever spoke about whenever we first encountered each other, and it's one of the things that really drew me to his channel and to look at some of the information that he has and how he presents it. Huples is a very intelligent guy, and he talks to you very personably, as if you're in the room talking to him, and not as though he's talking to a camera presenting information. He shares things in a very friendly and informed manner, and I've learned a lot from watching him. He has a few recurring episode types which I look forward to on a daily basis, including one which is a fictional enactment of what a pandemic may look like if it happened nowadays while he was working in the medical field, and another one which this is a part of, which follows the effects of a nuclear war. Now, nuclear war is one of those things that a lot of preppers lump in with a zombie apocalypse or an alien invasion or those other things that are just way too over the top to be properly prepared for. And it's sort of the line at which even preppers say, well, if that happens, I don't think that I'm ready to prepare to survive for that. But that's not something that Huples shies away from. In fact, despite the fact that Huples is a vegan, I know that he has even looked into what it takes to skin and prepare for eating various animals that people keep for pets and even the human body. Not necessarily because he plans to, but because he's a devoted prepper and he's aware that in the situation, no one can truly know what they're capable of. And since he's a prepper, he feels that he should do the due diligence to always give himself any skill that might help with his survival. And that kind of rational thinking and cold dedication to preparedness and survival is a great asset. Rather than refining information down into sound bites or things that will fit into a video, Huples just reviews the information and then shares it to you, often giving you his very frank impressions on it and asking hypothetical questions to help you think about it in the ways that he's thinking about it. For these reasons, the point of this video really isn't for me to respond to what he has to say, but to let you know that that video is out there and to give you a link to it down below, because it was really informative, and despite the fact that it's some pretty dark subject matter, I think that it's really good to look closely at this kind of stuff, because it's not enough to simply have a loose idea of what a nuclear winter is supposed to be like. Understanding how it comes about, whether or not it's a realistic situation to worry about nowadays, and what we might actually expect to see in our current political situation are all good things to pay attention to, and they're topics which Huples touches on in his video, which is framed as his review of a book written in the 1980s by Carl Sagan and various other experts looking at the effects of an all-out nuclear engagement on the Earth and humanity. Huples discusses the information contained in the book as well as background information, and goes on to talk about what we as preppers might want to distill from this information in our modern day situation. Despite the fact that he pronounces it nuclear and not nuclear, which is the way that I'm under the impression you're supposed to pronounce it, I definitely have to bow to his knowledge on this topic. He really knows a lot about it, and I definitely suggest that you go and check out his video to hear some of what he has to say on this very serious topic, which may not be as much of a threat to us today as it seemed in the 80s, but which we still would do very well to know about. Another topic that might be good to know about is data privacy, and this isn't a plug for a VPN, it's a plug for my video from yesterday where I talk about RFID and the Internet of Things and how 5G internet could give corporations the abilities to track us in ways that we don't want them to. I think it's a very important topic to get ahead of, and that's why I made the video and why I'm reminding everybody about it now in case they haven't seen it. I'll put links in the description down below. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to go and check out the links to Huples' channel in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and everybody stay safe out there.